differential equations of first order and first degree. So the differential equations which we are going to consider in this section will have first order and first degree. So the differential coefficients involved will be of the first order, and it will have degree 1 when we free them of radicals and fractions. So its general form will be dy by dx equal to a function of x and y, where y is the dependent variable which depends on the independent variable x, or it may be expressed in the form m dx plus n dy equal to 0, where m and n are both functions of x and y. One way to solve such differential equations is by separation of the variables x and y. If in an equation it is possible to get all functions of x and dx to one side and all the functions of y and dy to the other side, then we say that those variables x and y are separable in that equation. So we can say that a first order differential equation of the form dy by dx equal to g of x into h of y, where g of x is a function of x alone and h of y is a function of y alone, is called a separable equation, or we say that this equation has separable variables. In that case, the following is the working rule to solve a separable equation. First step is to express the given equation in the form dy by dx equal to a function of x into a function of y. Then we can rearrange the terms of our equation in the following form: 1 by f2 of y into dy equal to f1 of x into dx. Note that on the LHS y and dy appear, and on the RHS only x and dx are placed. Then on integration we will get a relation in the form integral 1 by f2 of y dy equal to integral of f1 of x with respect to x plus constant of integration c. And this relation, which shows us the relationship between these two variables x and y, gives us the required solution. And also note that this relation does contain an arbitrary constant c. Hence, the number of arbitrary constants in the solution is equal to the order of the given differential equation, which is also equal to 1. So this relation gives us a general solution to the given differential equation. The following formulas may be useful while expressing the solutions in compact form, such as log of x plus log of y equal to log of xy, log of x minus log of y is equal to log of x by y, and so on. Now let us consider a few examples. Solve dy by dx equal to e raised to x minus y plus x square into e raised to minus y. It is easy to observe that in this case the RHS can be expressed in the form e raised to x into e raised to minus y plus x square into e raised to minus y, from where we can take e raised to minus y as a common factor. Then we will get e raised to minus y into e raised to x plus x square, and it is easy to observe that this function is a function of y alone and this is a function of x alone. So we have expressed our differential equation in the form dy by dx equal to a function of y into a function of x. Hence, this equation does have separable variables. So we can express the equation as e raised to y dy equal to x square plus e raised to x into dx. By rearranging the terms of this equation so that function of y and dy appear on the LHS and function of x and dx appear on the RHS. Thus, the given differential equation is in the separable form. Now we can integrate both sides of the equation to get our solution. We know that integral of e raised to y with respect to y is e raised to y, and integral of x square is x cube by 3. Integral of e raised to x is e raised to x, and then we have the constant of integration c. So this relation e raised to y equal to x cube by 3 plus e raised to x plus c gives us the general solution of given differential equation. Now let us find the curves passing through the point 0, 1 and satisfying the differential equation sine of dy by dx equal to c. Rewriting the given differential equation, we have dy by dx equal to sine inverse of c, or we can express dy equal to sine inverse of c dx. Here c is a constant. So we have separated the variables x and y, and thus on integration we will get general solution to the given differential equation, and it will be of the form integral of dy, which will be y integral of the constant sine inverse of c into dx will be the same as integral dx into the constant sine inverse of c, and that will be x into sine inverse of c plus constant of integration c dash. This relation will give us the equation of all curves satisfying the given differential equation. Now we need to find the curves satisfying this given differential equation and those which pass through the point 0, 1. So we need to put x equal to 0 and y equal to 1 in this relation we have just obtained, and then we will get 1 equal to 0 into sine inverse of c plus c dash, which will give us c dash equal to 1. Thus, the relation will reduce to y equal to x into sine inverse of c plus 1, or we may express it as y minus 1 equal to x into sine inverse of c, or we can write y minus 1 by x equal to sine inverse of c, or we can express this as sine of the LHS, that is sine of y minus 1 by x equal to sine of the RHS, sine of sine inverse of c, and the RHS will be equal to c. Thus we have sine of y minus 1 by x equal to c, and this relation will give us the required curves. Let us move on to another example. We are asked to solve the differential equation dy by dx into tan y is equal to sine of x plus y plus sine of x minus y. On the LHS, the functions of x and functions of y are already in separable form, but on the RHS, to separate the variables x and y, we will need to apply this formula sine of c plus sine of d equal to 2 sine c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Then we will have the RHS of the given equation is also equal to 2 into sine of x cos y. So we can express the given equation as tan y into dy by dx equal to 2 sine x cos y. Now let us rearrange these functions. We can bring this 1 by dx to RHS and we can take this cos y to LHS to separate the variables x and y. Then we will get tan y by cos y dy equal to 2 sin x into dx. 1 by cos y on the LHS can be expressed as sec y. So the LHS becomes sec y into tan y dy. And the RHS is already 2 sin x dx. Now we can observe that the variables are separated. So we can integrate this relation to obtain our general solution. We know that integral of sec theta tan theta with respect to theta will be sec theta. So the integral of the LHS will be sec y, and the integral of RHS, that is integral of 2 sin x dx, will be equal to 2 into integral of sin x, and that will be 2 into minus cos x, and then we write the constant of integration c. So this relation will be the required solution. Let us consider another differential equation, dy by dx equal to sin x plus x cos x upon y into 2 log y plus 1. To separate the variables, you can observe that on the RHS, the numerator is a function of x alone and the denominator is a function of y alone. So we can write f of y into dy equal to g of x into dx to separate the variables x and y. Thus we have sin x plus x cos x into dx is equal to 2y log y plus y into dy by cross multiplication. So we can integrate the above relation to obtain the general solution as integral of sin x with respect to x plus integral of x cos x with respect to x equal to integral of 2y log y with respect to y plus integral of y dy. And we know that integral of sin x is minus cos x and integral of y is y square by 2. To integrate this, we can use integration by parts. So we have integral of x cos x dx. Since the integrand is a product of two functions of x, and since one of these functions is x, we can take this as the first function and cos x as the second function. Remember that integral of product of two functions with respect to x can be expressed as first function into integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second. So we have first function x into integral of second, which will be equal to integral of cos x, and that is sin x. So we have f into I, first function into integral of second is x into sin x, minus integral of derivative of first is equal to d by dx of x, the first function, is equal to 1. So we have 1 into integral of second function is sin x, and we know that this will be equal to x into sin x minus integral of sin x is minus cos x, or we can express this integral as x sin x plus cos x. So we have evaluated this integral and its value is x sin x plus cos x. Now to solve this integral of y log y dy, we can take log y as our first function. Since its derivative will be 1 by y, it is easier to expand using integration by parts. Now we have integral of y log y dy is equal to first function log y into integral of second function. Integral of y is y square by 2 minus integral of derivative of first function, that is derivative of log y, which is equal to 1 by y, into integral of second function, that is y square by 2 with respect to y, and we get integral y log y dy is equal to y square by 2 into log y minus the integral, which will be equal to integral of y by 2 dy, whose value will be minus y square by 4. Thus we have evaluated both these integrals in the equation 1. Using these values, the equation 1 will reduce to minus cos x. Thus we have minus cos x plus x sin x plus cos x is equal to 2 into y square by 2 log y minus y square by 4 plus y square by 2 plus c. We can observe that on the LHS, minus cos x and plus cos x can be eliminated, and the RHS can be expressed as y square log y minus y square by 2 plus y square by 2 plus c, and here we can cancel these two terms, and thus we get the relation x sin x is equal to y square log y plus c, where c is the arbitrary constant, and this relation gives us general solution to given differential equation. Consider the differential equation log of dy by dx equal to ax plus by. Since the logarithm which we have considered is natural logarithm, that is we have considered it to the base e, we can rewrite the given equation in the form dy by dx equal to e raised to ax plus by, which can also be expressed as e raised to ax into e raised to by. To separate the variables, we can bring this e raised to by to LHS, and we can take this 1 by dx to RHS. Then we will get e raised to minus by dy is equal to e raised to ax into dx. Now we can integrate this relation to obtain our solution, since we have separated the variables x and y. So we have integral of e raised to minus by, which is minus 1 by b into e raised to minus by, is equal to integral of e raised to ax, which is 1 by a e raised to ax plus constant of integration c, and this relation is the required solution of the given equation. Solve the following differential equations. First relation is 10y dash plus 3x equal to 0, where y dash is the differential coefficient dy by dx. Second one, dy by dx equal to 1 plus y square. Third equation is dy by dx plus 2xy is equal to 0. Fourth one is a y dash is equal to b minus ky, where y of 0 is equal to 0. Here this k will be a constant, and y of 0 equal to 0 implies that whenever x is equal to 0, y is also equal to 0. So you will need to solve this differential equation and then substitute x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 in the general solution to solve this initial value problem.